Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome to my Tomb Kings playthrough. Now we are going to be playing as the Grand Hierophant Khatep. I've probably pronounced that horribly. As the Exiles of Nehek, basically. So we are going to be starting over in Nagaron. Now we do have the other people who all have quite nice bonuses, probably better bonuses actually. Other than Nagash, who's got very big negatives. However, we get better priests, extra range, extra replenishment. We get 2 canopic drops per turn, and we live in mountains rather than deserts, actually, guys. So that's going to be something different. I'm also doing this in the Vortex campaign because while it is a Vortex campaign, we're not involved in the actual Vortex campaign going on. We don't get involved in the petty struggles of man. So I don't know how good these canopic jars will be for us, because I know they do provide us with various buffs, guys. However, we do have negatives with Dark Elves. Anyway, guys, before we go into this, we're going to jump straight in here and see what goes on, rather than going on about it too much at this point.
The sands of time ravage all. Mortals, monuments, even civilizations cannot stand against it. Their remnants lost beneath the dunes, awaiting discovery. By the brave, or foolish.
What's that? I can hear something. Come here, quiet.
Like time itself, the living are not welcome in Nehekara. For this is the land of the dead, ruled by the Tomb Kings, where only the expired may serve. The mortuary cult were the first to deny death's embrace, if not the ravages of time. Lich Lord Khatep seeks to return the cult to Cetra's grace. Eternity was promised, but the Tomb Kings awoke to unlife, no longer beatific sovereigns. Their kingdoms as decayed as their bodies. The glory of Khemri lost, forgotten. Comet, an omen. The Black Pyramid stirs, but does not wake. A vessel of untold power, awaiting a new master, but it remains sealed. The Lich priests are tasked with finding access. They venture deep into the catacombs, seeking clues. Discovering an obelisk inscribed with hieroglyphs as old as the desert gods. The answer lies in the 9 books of Nagash, the original tomes of undead lore, authored by the arch-necromancer. Due to the turbulence of the vortex across the ocean, not 9, but only 5 books are needed. Then, the pyramid shall open. Time has seen the books lost, scattered. Other Tomb Kings will seek them, for all desire the Black Pyramid. Begin the search. Raise your warriors. The legions of Khemri march to war.
Okay guys, so that's the intro. Obviously we're going to get a little bit on where we're starting because we're in a different place to start with, so it's going to be a bit tricky for us, certainly to start with, because we're going to be starting up in Nagaron. Anyway, let's see how this goes.
His wish exiled me to roam these frozen and barren lands of Nagaroth. But they will not stop me from still serving my king. I have failed him once in the search for unlife, but I shall not fail again. I yearn to journey back to Khemri, past the bestial hordes that war with us, and across the cold mountains, harboring a dark, chaotic magic, as unsubtle as it is destructive. If I am to return to Nekara, I must find safe passage. The coast is guarded by high elves, and a great ocean filled with peril. Yet these lands of the dark elves and the jungles of Lustria may yet still provide what the mortuary cult seeks. The path to the day of awakening. The answers are hidden in the Black Pyramid. But to gain entry, I must seek out the books of Nagash. These tomes of our arch-enemy are the key to our ultimate purpose and King Setera's grace.
Okay, so these guys do play a bit differently. Obviously we've got various dynasties, which are our tech trees, and we've got the mortuary cult. So we spent canopic jars within mortuary cult, where the lich priests combine them to trade resources and craft magical items. Okay, so our first mission, well, that's the main mission, is to collect any of the 9 books of Nagash. So we've got the panel for them up here, and this tells us where they all are. So these are all different every time. They're potentially in different places, and they all do different things. Some of them are held by random rogue armies. Now these rogue armies will only go to war with you if you attack them. However, some are in various locations. So like this one is up here. Now this is the 3rd book of Nagash, and this gives us, you know, regions will be hit by your sandstorm after sacking or occupying settlements. We're immune to sandstorms, which is good, and we get extra things. That's held by an rogue army. This one is in Marathi's settlement, which is somewhere I'm going to want to take on early. Gives me extra things and wound times. So that's not the best one. Let's have a look. Ooh. Gain line of sight, and we get extra income from trade. That's in Hexalotl. The other ones are all a bit too far away for me to worry about at the moment.
The insufferable elves of this wasteland see fit.
That's basically
to
telling
make
us
war.
we want to attack.
The dynasties of the Tomb Kings are venerated.
Okay, so and this is the other thing we've got, guys, is we can create things by spending our canopic jars and using various resources, and we can either get units, we can create weapons, armor, you know, we can create various items. Like the other factions get them, we can create them, which is also very nice. Research any dynasty. Right, this is our tech tree as we research dynasties, so they all do different things. They also all increase our army capacity. That's one other thing we get, guys, is we don't have upkeep in the same way as other factions. So to start with, I'm going to pop you into there. Our units are all free. However, we can only have a certain amount of armies at any point in time. Well, let's actually tell me how many armies I can have. Anyway, let's have a look at my Lich Priest first. Let's get the Net of Amok. That's a negative things. That's a protection. That's going to be good as well. Yeah, so we're only allowed a certain amount of armies at the start of each thing. So at the start of each. Words are failing me. Well, and we basically, as we level up, we unlock more armies. Okay, anyway, and we also start with a Hero Titan here, guys, which is one of the top tier units, which I'm really looking forward to using. Anyway, as we were doing, let's see which one of these trees do we want to go for. So, obviously they're 15 turns to unlock to start with, and they also cost various costs and canopic jars. So each one straight up. It also lowers your research rates. You want to do these one at a time. So this one's basically about my agents, Nekara warriors, and chariots. What's this one? Lich priests, tomb priests. So that's extra hero capacity, which will be useful. Skeletons. So this one buffs up my skeletons, which are going to be my early units. So that's potentially a good one to start with. Carrion units. We do have a carrion unit at the moment. Embedded heroes and tomb guards. Hero Titan. But no, to start with, we've got skeletons. So we're going to probably start with this tree. Oh, that's nice. That tax rate is going to be very helpful, and the public order. What can I recruit at the moment? So Nekara warriors aren't that high level, actually. We get them relatively early on. How are they compared to straight skeleton warriors? So they're not shielded, but they're basically the next tier up. I also do like to upgrade my capacity for melee people as well. So I want to go for one of these. Ah, so my skeleton's not... So this one's more about range. So we'll go for this one to start with. It might be completely the wrong thing, but we'll deal with that when we deal with that, guys. Right. First things first, I actually want to... Oh, we do have a Entombed Beneath the Sand. So, immune to attrition, Vanguard deployment, army ability Sand Veil, which basically we can just hide ourselves under the sand if we want. Now, I don't necessarily want to go straight for these guys, so I want to recruit a couple more units first.
Ill considered.
Let's get some archers, because we don't actually have some archers, and another unit of swords. I do have the Hero Titan, which is nice. Let's level this up to get the Tomb Guard at the top. I'm not going to level this up, because I'm going to end up building that somewhere else, actually. Let's have a look what it can actually build at the moment. I can get this. Obviously, we do have a public order issue at the moment. Simply due to our difficulty level and the taxes. So we could go straight for a public order buff. And it does increase our untainted, and we are gaining, so that's going to be a beneficial thing for us. And this ups as you do this, guys, because you can only recruit a certain amount of each unit. So here I can recruit up to 4 archers, for example. So I'm actually going to go for 3 archers to start with. You are limited, so as you level these guys up, you do actually increase the amount of units you can get. So like I can only have a certain amount of Nikara warriors, for example, which is so up leveling them up is very useful. Anyway, let's end turn, guys, and jump into this campaign. Now Marathi is going to be somebody I'm going to want to take out early on because of all that chaos corruption spread, guys. She is going to be somebody quite painful to deal with, and I'm going to want to deal with her early. But we're also potentially going to come into conflict with Mazamundi very, very quickly. Well, as we've seen, the Dark Elves are not going to be friendly with me, guys. So we're going to put there in ambush stance there.
The
Just a little
monuments you
annoying.
build shall grant you the power. Long have your kind existed in tormented undead.
Okay, this is just telling us what's going on. Let's sneak forwards. We're not going to find them. See, I can already get more Lich Prince. So what things do we have? We've got Death, Light. Oh, we've got their own one, and Shadows. Necrotects are apparently more about buffing up your large units at the end, and obviously Tomb Priests are going to be the melee ones. Do I want to sneak over into the ambush? No. We shall buff up our army a bit first, because I'm in no rush here. I'm going to level that up for now. We can always move it later on. The thing I do want to do though is I want to expand before I take too much negatives. Now we are good because we do like some of the terrain around here, but it's going to be a tricky one. That's a big army there, and they are at war with me, so I want to get level up first. Okay.
Great riches.
So we've discovered him. Obtain a source of exotic animals. Where will we grab that from? See, mountains are our better place as well. Anyway, I'm going to fight this simply because just to give me a feel for these guys' armies. Obviously, I also want to get use of my Hero Titan because, what's it called? This unit, my big units, this is a really powerful unit. Obviously, we have a flying unit as well, the Carrion. I don't know how powerful they are. I should have probably looked beforehand. And we have some of our straight melee warriors as well. So, these guys are they're flying war beasts. They're not great. And this is a magical monster, my Hero Titan. And he is, so he's obviously direct damage spell. And magic missiles, so that's good. These guys are going to go off to the flank. And we're not going to be subtle here. We are going to just jump them and obliterate them. So our Hero Titan can go in the centre. Flanked by spears. And our 2 lords can go either side. You guys can start over there. Let's take a gamble on 13. It's probably worth a gamble. Let's start moving forwards. You guys can stop straight away. Oh wow, he's got a really good range. What's his abilities? That's a vortex. Let's just pop that there. Let's chuck a net on them and throw some more out. You guys can keep moving forwards. You can just charge.
Your warriors may perish, yet their spirits are eternally bound to your.
This is the other nice thing. I'm not particularly bothered about losing these guys too much because they're really not in a useful place. I missed what he said there. Let's give this a pause. So we gain regeneration every so often. As we lose people, we can pop regeneration, which heals people and resurrects units. Let's get you guys involved. You can charge down into there. You guys can all move on to their ranged. The Hero Titan is just battering people now. Casting ability. Oh, just get involved and batter them. So he's just battering things now. So this is a nice easy victory for us. You can get up in there, you guys can keep chasing. You guys can all focus fire on them. Hero Titan, go on there, you can cast a magic missile on them. Ooh, what's this one? Not this one. This is just a buff for one of my units. Oop! Turn and hit them. You guys can turn and hit them. See how a nice thing is? No, actually we don't. Oh yeah, we do all produce fear as well, so. This is going nicely. We've just got their lord now, who we are battering. I think we're knocking our own units out a little bit there. Actually, let's get you guys out. These guys are beginning to suffer. Let's pop our... Oh, is that an automatic effect as soon as we hit there? Yeah, that's an automatic effect as soon as we get to those bits. So once we get to a certain things, we get various, we get regeneration and resurrection in our units, which is very nice actually. So that was a nice solid victory for us. So they are a bit different to play. We'll have to get used to them. Obviously, these guys are quite throwaway frontline units, but and we massively I don't want to get too cocky because we had a far bigger force there, which is what really helps us. So, endless march, death abounds the battlefield, so we can take money and gain extra speed. We can get jars, or we can get a replenishment. Ooh, I'm gonna take the jars for the time being. Double time and finish him off. We can take the replenishment rate this time. Get some more units recruited. So that was nice. See, we've leveled up. First thing is going to be Route Marcher. Now let's have a look down at my tech tree. So obviously we can get this, which reduces the cooldown, and then we've got various things. So, the Restless Dead resurrects dead combatants, greatly replenish hit points of combatants, heals injured before. So that's a map-wide constant buff. So that's very nice actually for these sort of armies. So that's something I definitely want early on. Can make units unbreakable. We can lower leadership. Go for that one for the time being. Okay guys, so that is our first little victory. They do have a bigger force here, which ideally I want to come at us. I do also want to capture over here. I don't think... No, I can't get another army at the moment. You can tell I've researched that. So I'm stuck at one army at the moment, which does make things quite tricky. And that is going to be the really tricky thing with these guys, because obviously I've got very limited armies, but I can have the best units I possibly can. I can throw big units into my armies because well, they don't cost me money, so there's no point in me not having units in them. So that's leveling up, so we're going to get some more warriors soon. I'm going to move up to the border here to try and get Tyrant Peak. And I can still move back from here. Now this is daft. While I've got two mages in my army here because my lord is also a caster, and I prefer not to have multiple casters. And that's actually kind of what I wanted because he's now moving out, which makes him a little bit more vulnerable. Now it does mean my settlement is potentially vulnerable, but it means that he's in a position to be attacked.
Troop types are now open to recruitment.
Okay, so we've got more troops. Okay, mission successful. So construct building permits recruitments. We gain some money and some more canopy jars. Okay, now it's trying to tell me what I've already told you guys, that we can only have limited amounts of certain units. Okay, we've got a few more missions. We'll have a proper look at them in a second. So, get ourselves another one of those warriors before we push on. Oh, he's raiding us. That allows the recruitment of carrion as well. Put ourselves into... oh no, we can't stay in that stance. I'm going to not bother that for a moment, and we're going to go into ambush stance. I doubt he'll come this way, but it means he might get behind us, which might give us a chance to attack. Ooh. See, he's missed me. I didn't get an ambush off, but I kind of didn't want to, but he's in striking range now. So I can jump straight onto him there, guys. Oh, choice of servants. Call upon the Tomb Prince, which increases our... so we recruited Tomb Prince, a Necrotect, money, or a Lich Priest. So I'm going to go for Tomb Prince because I want a melee lord for the time being. Ooh. I want to be able to... I don't want to move so much I can't get involved. Yep, we can still attack. So he is a melee lord, so he's going to be able to get involved in melee. He does quite a lot of damage, actually. And he's going to have fairly standard... yeah, he's got a fairly standard tree. He gets a skeleton chariot eventually, which will be quite cool. Now this is the other thing, guys. I don't actually really care if I lose some of these units, simply because they are free. They're free to recruit. So long as I don't lose my hero titan or my carrion, and actually we're going to be able to recruit more carrion soon, losing a few units really isn't going to hurt me that much. So this is quite good. Okay, I'm happy with that amount of magic. Right, we're going to have a front line of spears who aren't so good, but that's because we're going to be flanking with our warriors. We'll put a warrior on each side of them. Oop. And obviously our ranged can go... ooh. Move all of you guys back just a little bit. Our ranged will sit just in front. Our hero titan's going to go here. He will be back up. fairly standard formation. You guys can go over here and you're going to sneak behind. And they appear to be coming to me. What I want to be careful of is that cav. Actually, maybe I should have. I'm gonna rejig this slightly. Oh, that's not doing it. So you're going to go there. You two are going to go on the outer edge. You're going to go there. You two are going to go on the outer edge. Just to get my cav to the sides a little bit. Sorry, not my cav. My anti-cav to the sides a little bit more. You're just going to wander around behind, so they're looking at you. This guy does have quite a long range on some of his abilities, I seem to remember. Not as long as I thought. Right, these guys can come off skirmish and move back. Ooh, net of a mock straight on them while they're engaged. Let's throw a vortex out over there. You guys can both get involved on them. You guys can charge. You guys can start moving out to the side. You guys can move forwards up here. You guys can charge in there. A Hero Titan can charge in through this gap. Oh god, we are struggling. You guys can get involved on their ranged. You can charge in on him. Let's throw a buff on these guys and let's throw some spells out against them. Let's throw out another buff on them. Let's throw a net on them and charge out after them. Let's fold into here. We're getting some nice regen out now. We're still shooting. Oh, they've got cav behind us. All my range can turn and hit them quickly. Oh god, you're being engaged by their lord. Okay, we're breaking some of them now. My Hero Titan can blitz that lord. You can get involved there as well to try and help. We are shattering, guys. We are being completely shattered. You can focus fire them. You can go on them. I forgot I'd got that. So we're unleashing some souls. No, I did forget. My guys don't break, do they? So... let's focus fire that unit down. Let's debuff all of these guys here. Throw another spell into their lord.
Only a fool would say.
Let's get these guys out. Oh wow, I forgot about them. I completely forgot about one of the units. That was not sensible of me. Focus fire their lord. You can charge out after some of these ranged. You can charge up there to help. I'm losing a few units there. You guys can actually focus fire over here to help these guys. Their lord is getting battered now. My hero titan is chasing. Fire a spell on that. Okay, we've won simply because my guys didn't fall over, which isn't a good way of winning. That was not a pretty victory, but it is something I have to remember is because my troops are undead, they don't break. So they can fight like this because they quite literally fought to the very bitter end there, guys. My hero titan took no damage, well, very, very little damage, and did quite a few kills in that battle, so he is a nice unit. Let's take the replenishment because I'm going to want to do some recruitment. We're going to double tap him if we can. We're going to have to fight it again. So we're going to jump straight into here, guys. And, yeah. So we're going to push straight in. Again, there's not too many. It's their range which is the real problem here, guys. Because I don't really have any fast movers yet. I do not want to be fighting them in the woods. Let's not forget about my other unit this time. So we're going to keep my more damaged units behind as my second line. Hero Titan can sit on this flank. Did I not use my Prince either particularly well? They're all over here. They're in here. It's a trap. There's not much I can do about it. You guys over here, let's get my hero titan onto them. You guys can all fold around here. You guys can all smash straight into that. Let's pop a vortex there. You guys can all move over here. And let's get our charge on. Up them up. Let's throw some spells out. Lost my carrion annoyingly. They're doing nicely. My ranged is doing well. Where is my Tomb Prince? You can get yourselves involved. And actually, you guys can all pull back, because I want these guys to stay in range of my ranged. Blitz down their lord. You can bounce straight into them. That's their lord dealt with. Let's start chasing down their ranged. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reform. And we're going to let their ranged come to us. because my range can hold, whereas their ranged can't. My ranged will just hold forever, basically, whereas their ranged will break as time goes on. Ooh, these guys are starting to lose. Their bindings are falling apart, which means they are dying. Let's focus fire their ranged. Take that unit first, which is lower actually. We've just got a nice buff to get our guys back up and running. That's that unit shredded. Let's move on to them. Let's move on to their archers. Let's get my prince on him. So we're battering down that unit. That's going to break shortly. Oh, nice! Let's hit the next unit. Who's about to get hit by my vortex, I think. This one. Don't think that's going to help ranged, but you never know. And that's it. They are completely gone. So we did take quite a bit of damage over those two battles. They weren't the best battles, but I relied on the fact that my guys just don't break their guys. So I'm happy with that. It gave us a taste of how these guys work. They're definitely not vampire counts. You can tell because we have ranged. Now they're probably not the best ranged, but the fact they don't break is very nice. So we're going to take the replenishment this time anyway. I'm going to start pushing straight towards that settlement now as well. Okay, anyway guys, we will be ending this one here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope that you've enjoyed this.